So I wanted to talk about the personal year in numerology again. We are coming up to the end of 2023 very, very soon. I don't know about you guys, but I know my year has flown even faster, I think, this year than previous years. We're just about ready to start a new year. So a new year means a new cycle. It means new energy. It's a new vibration. And we do feel that collectively, but we also feel that personally. And so each one of us has what is called a personal year cycle in numerology that runs from a 1 to a 9. So each personal year cycle is either a 1 through 9. The 9 is the completion of the cycle. The 1 is the start of a new cycle. A new cycle being new energies, new vibrations. And so we are going to be exiting the personal year that we're in now very shortly, and we're all going to be starting a new cycle, new vibrations, new energies again. And so why do I want to talk about this? Well, I find that it's absolutely important and valuable to know what cycle that you're in the year that you're in. I find it valuable because it's kind of like, I don't know if forecast is the right word, but it kind of forecasts the energy of the year that you're going to be entering into. And so you kind of have a little bit of a knowledge base to understand the energies that lie ahead in your upcoming year. Why is this valuable? Why is this important? Well, let's see, for example, previously I had talked about my personal year 6 being in 2020. Personal year 6 relating to responsibility, extra familial responsibility. And so knowing that and it not taking away the burden that I had placed on my shoulders that year, but just allowing me to have understanding and clarity of the energies so that I was able to work with them and not against them. And so another example of why it's important to know the energies of your personal year. Personally speaking, when I was in a 7 personal year, which was in 2021, the energy of the 7 personal year, or just the 7 in general, is all about the internal journey. It's all about going inward. It is an inward quest. It can be a very spiritual time. In a lot of internal changes and growth. And so sometimes, not always, not for everybody, because everybody's circumstances are different. And everybody's personal year pans out differently. It's not all the same. It's just the same energies at play, same energies at work here. And so what can happen when there's a lot of internal changes and growth and spiritual growth is that it can be very painful. And so for me personally, the 7 personal year was very painful. I actually fell into a depression. I was going through the very dark, deepest corners of a spiritual awakening. And so the process was very isolating. It was very painful. There was a lot of growing pains. And it wasn't a time for, get-togethers and parties and, social events. It was a very inward driven time for me. And so did it stay that way? No, absolutely not. The following year, the energy changed. I grew, I changed. And so just knowing what I was going through in that 7 personal year allowed me to understand the energies and allowed me to work with them rather than against them. And so I feel for me that it allowed me to move through that year just with more understanding and more clarity, and not feeling like I was going crazy, that this too shall pass. And so I feel like it's important for everybody to know their personal year. It would be very valuable to have insight into the energies that are coming up for you, so that you can go with the flow instead of clashing against it. And so, with that being said, I would love to be able to work with you to run your numbers, decode your numerology chart, and find out what personal year that you'll be going into, and be able to help you navigate your upcoming year with more ease and grace and clarity. So if you are ready to decode your numbers, your numerology profile, connect with me.